We can all agree that nurses are at the heart of our healthcare system, especially during this pandemic. Inspired by their dedication, we decided to make a web app and notification system that will help nurses in their everyday work. We would like to present to you eCharts, a web app that nurses can use to keep track of patients' information and remind them of patient treatments through text messages. In this project, we make use of Azure Function Apps for notification purposes, MongoDB for the backend, and Flask for development.
Here at the dashboard, we see a top-down view of a section of the hospital. We can see 4 beds in each room. We color-coded the beds based on the patient's need. Red represents that patient has pressed the emergency button. Yellow is for patients who require treatments or medication soon. And blue is for other occupied beds. Lastly, the empty beds are left to be gray. This provides a convenient way for nurses to identify which patients are in need of a more urgent and immediate attention. If we click on one of the beds, we can view the information of the patient staying there. This includes some key information, such as medical conditions, allergies, and upcoming treatment times.
When you want to add a new patient, you can click on an empty bed. Then click Add a new patient. We can then populate the fields of the form and save it. Back at the home page, we can now see this bed is occupied. As you can see, patient data can be easily modified here. You can input any data as desired, as this will be reflected when you return to the bed page. This works similarly to the new patient page. When a patient is discharged, you can remove the patient record from the app by clicking this Remove button, then confirming that you want to delete the patient. At the home page, we can now see that this bed is empty.
So we understand that in hospitals, there could be a lot of patients, each requiring their own special kinds of medication or treatments at various times, and that makes it very difficult for the nurses to keep track of. So here, in the page of patient data, we have a list of all the upcoming treatments needed to be done for this patient, and when the treatment is complete, the nurse can also very easily flag it as completed to our database.
Another feature we implemented is text message notifications for nurses when their patients have an upcoming treatment. We made an Azure Function app that uses a timer trigger to check for required treatments once every 5 minutes. We used Twilio and connected this to the Function app to send the SMS messages. The app first notifies the nurse 15 minutes before the treatment is required. The timer trigger fires once every 5 minutes to notify nurses of upcoming and missed treatments. For testing purposes, we temporarily set this interval to 1 minute for this demo. For future development, we can add additional functions to our product. For example, we can add a feature for multiple nurses to receive text messages from their corresponding patients.